Buddy, it's Kelly. So sorry, I need to get some stuff adjusted here for you. Get my camera up a little bit here. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Yowza. I try not to do that to you because that's not so nice. Okay. I think I've got it. Yikes. That was not fun. For you. Well, nor for me, I guess, either, for that matter. I mean, there we go. Had to make sure that that was tight. So if you're watching this live, I am quite a bit earlier than I normally am. And the reason is because I am doing the Victoria Marie crop this weekend. So that she's got a live Zoom at 6 p.m. Central tonight. So I'm going to go for, well, not quite an hour anymore. My internet's giving me problems, in case you couldn't tell if you follow along with December Daily, since it was late this morning. But anyway, so we're going to go for an hour. And I'm going to use this paper. This is one of the pieces of paper that I had pulled out for my November Best of Both Worlds kit, which is Chamel's kit. And I never used it, and I love this. I know I have a gazillion pictures of my great-nephew reading. So in this one, he's reading to his little sister, which is completely precious. And this was about 5 months ago, so she's actually quite a bit bigger than she was here. But, you know, it looks like she's listening to the story. Actually, I think he was reading. She happened to be laying next to him, but it definitely looked like she was listening. So I want to get this documented. This is Vicki Boutin's Storyteller Collection, and this is the first draft paper that I'm going to be using. So it's not exactly what I would call a juvenile line. So that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. And I want to make sure to get in some pink. So I'm just grabbing my papers here in my envelope and looking to see what I might have that might work for this. And I think this is a little narrow. It is, but that would be kind of a fun thing to pop it to really call attention to that photo. So let's see if I have anything else from that line in the pinks to see if I can really, really pop this. I love that aqua background. So thanks, Julia. Isn't that gorgeous? That Vicki Boutin paper is just spectacular. Oh my goodness. Ooh, okay. So probably you wouldn't think of me using something like that, but we may do that just to kind of pull it out and away from the background. So I can take these pieces there and maybe use them for something else. I'm going to look just to make sure that there's nothing else, but I think it's more reds in... Yeah, it's more reds in Storyteller. That is from Kaleidoscope, I believe. So let's do that, because I know one of the things a lot of us struggle with is how the heck do I use those huge papers? And that's kind of this is definitely a huge paper. So what I want to do when I do this is I want to make sure, because pink is what I'm trying to use here to call attention to this, is I want to make sure that I'm seeing a decent amount of that. So I'm going to put a wide-ish border on this, and now I know that her brother is the one doing the reading and all that, so it's really kind of his story. And he's a boy, and I'm using flowers, but yeah. Oh, oh, Julie, Julie said her husband gave her money for Christmas. And it's a little enabler alert. Yeah, Storyteller is gorgeous. I would definitely... You're going to see bits and pieces of it tonight for sure. You'll see the embellishments probably more than the papers. But the papers actually... Let me show you this. You can go back and freeze on this if you want to. This is the pad, the 12 by 12 pad. And I don't have all these papers anymore because I have been using this quite a bit. But oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful collection. So actually this would be kind of a good thing to look at in case I need some journaling pieces. I like this one too because it's 12 by 12, both sides. So, and they do repeats. So I did grab, this is from Wildflower and Honey, which was a collection before Storyteller. Kaleidoscope is another really beautiful collection of hers. So here is that piece. All right, and then you all know what I'm gonna do, right? These edges need to be inked, and that is because there's no definition here between the edge of the paper here and that book paper, the paper with the book on it. So we're definitely gonna do that. So liking that for sure. Also wondering if maybe I could play off the greens, if I have anything in a lighter green tone here. So I do have that, which blends a little bit more. I was thinking more that light green. So that way Julie gets a little flip through too. So I think the large majority of this is, no, these are wild. This is, I have some Let's Wander in here. Just search Vicki Boot. And you can tell she, like, everything that she does will coordinate. This is, I know, is Kaleidoscope. That's another one of my favorite papers. I don't know. I should pull some of that off so you guys can see it. That's probably a little bit too peachy to pull in that pink, because that's my other thought. I don't know that I have another green that would work. I did pull this stripe because I could make that work. There's another green, but they're all pretty dark, which, you know, is to be expected. Let's see, this one's kind of a cool paper. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is Let's Wander, but all of her collections have kind of a version of that. Yeah, the colors are rich. They're gorgeous. It reminds me of the good old days in scrapbooking, in all seriousness. Okay, so this is just a piece of that. There's another 3x4 card. Ooh, this is what I was hoping for. Yay. Okay, so that, oh, look at this. This is, look at that. I had that piece. I just didn't know it. It's right on the back of it. Okay, so instead, I was thinking this would be kind of a cool alternative to get maybe a little blue in the background, but I think that fights each other quite a bit. Let's try that green. You know, like the one. Yeah, I like that because it sort of works with the background here. So let's get that. And I think I'm going to do it down here. So Vicki's papers always look a little distressed. So watch kind of your edges and that kind of thing. So I'm going to put the darker edge right there. You know, it's not going to kill anything, but if something feels a little off, that might be why. Oh, I think that's so funny that the piece was there all along. I just didn't realize it. So I don't want this to be as wide of a border as the floral border, because I want that border popping the floral border. Okay. There we go. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, you guys, if you guys follow along with December Daily, you know this, that my nephew and his wife had their baby on Saturday. So I have a new great nephew. Ellie will eventually be doing his baby book, but it's probably going to take a while. They're a little overwhelmed at the moment. It's their first child. My sister is out there helping out, but they're a little, you know, first-time parents. They're a little overwhelmed. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I really like the way that looks. And then the other thing I'm kind of conscious of is where this photo is being placed, because this doesn't make, your eye kind of has to figure out that that's part of the book, right? So if you push it over, then you cover more of that, but there's still this one. So that's why I'm going to bring it here. And then the other thing is I had it up here, and it feels like it's not resting into the book, and I want it to rest into the book a little bit more. And I'm going to cover up those dots. Just get it right to the edge of where that is, where that book page is. Now I do have some Shadney books, and she does these from time to time. Her shop changes with each update, so if you like something, buy it, because it might not be there the next time you go back. Just so that you know that one came with a school update, but I know she did it for Harry Potter as well too. Okay, so next I can do pieces to enhance this. That's what I'm thinking about. These are journaling spots here. This actually is a book that you can do. And there's like, these are really thick, some of these pieces. I'll use them on my pages, just not this one. I also have to be conscious, Vicky uses a lot of butterflies, and their mama does not like butterflies. So I have to remember that. I did their wedding album, and you know, when we were talking about motifs and stuff like that, I said, is there anything you don't like? And she said, well, butterflies creep me out. I'm like, okay. So I like the idea of the typewriter, but I think these flowers fight those flowers. So we are not going to do that one. Okay, and these pieces have little rings on them because you can put these all together in the ring, which, I mean, how cute would that be as just something kind of floating in your book. All right, so I don't think I found anything in there I particularly cared for. I do see, now that I'm looking at this piece, I see a 2+2. Oh, here's a cute one that says a picture is worth 1,000 words too. And it, you know, since there's 2 of them. Oh, except it's huge. It's too big to use for this particular layout. Now here's a cute little library card. I don't have a ton of journaling though, and then that blends right into that background. So that's probably not the answer. See, Julie, how gorgeous even these are. So this is Storyteller Ephemera, by the way, for any of you who want to know that. Thought I'd see if there's anything else in here. Nothing there. It's just unusual things to play around with, and here's the picture is worth 1,000 words. And that might be kind of nice to bring in his love of books, and then bring that blue back in from all around him, or them, really. I do have some hearts here that on a sticker sheet that might work for embellishment as well. I'm just trying to see if I can find a little something to journal on. And so far I have not. So there's that pack, which is the embellishment pack. Both of these say they're embellishment packs, and they are different. So just know that there are 2. So this is a lot of flowers. So something I can do, but I won't do that yet. Here's some chipboard. Ooh, and this is kind of cool. So this says unlimited visits, happy life moments. So that could be a nice thing to add maybe up in there. I'm just going to put that. So that looks like a little ticket. And there's a little, so if I use that blue, here's a little gold and blue arrow that says document. So I think that would be nice. This is the chipboard from Storyteller. There's some gold hearts, so I could scatter those around as an idea. Still don't have, and I do have, I have to remember I have the books if I want them to. So I have, here's a nice, this heart's great because it's golden, it has that pink. So if I brought that up to this spot here, that would be really nice. So let's see. Play with this a little bit. Might need a third something up there. And then I did think it would be nice to call this Once Upon a Time. This one says the best. That's getting kind of wordy all up there though, but it could be good down here. Like this maybe. Get a little bit of that navy. And there's a lot of space up, you know, up above her too, so I can afford to use up some space here. I think we'll do that. And then I'll do the Once Upon a Time above that. Now, this I am going to ink these edges here because they have that white core to them. The rest of it are stickers and things, and that won't work so well. Probably need to put a little bit of foam tape under that too. So we'll see. Oh my goodness, my cats are upstairs again having a fit. They like to do that when I'm trying to talk to you guys. I did just see a really cute blue arrow sticker on the sticker sheet that says True Story. And I do have a blue heart here, a blue and gold heart. So maybe we put that down here to carry some of the blue down here. And that one could go, this could go up on some foam tape. That's what this stuff is called. Oops, need to slice it just a little bit here. There we go. I still didn't get anything to journal on, did I? I just realized that. Let's see here. I have this card, and I could do a little tucking with this. So this is the Wildflower and Honey Mingle paper, which is the cut apart. Has this really great orangey gold on the back. So I could tuck into layers here. And then have a little spot for some journaling. Not my favorite. The other thing in Kaleidoscope, there are cut aparts. And I have them cut apart, sort of. It's almost, I need it there, I think. So let me see if I have anything. I think the other one, it blended in too much with the page there. Ooh, that's kind of cool. That's that pink that I was looking for before. So that way, or I could add another layer in this way. I almost feel like if I do this, then I need to bring another layer out here. So what I'm going to do is just cut a little bit off of this side, and that will allow me to do that if I decide I need to. Just want to take it down just a little bit here. And then now I don't have to make it look like I'm like it's going straight across in this particular case. You don't have to do that. Okay, I like that pink. I think it really pops that, and I think it gives that a nice place to rest on too. So I'm going to ink these edges here, since this is paper again. And just pop this in. So that was from the Kaleidoscope cut apart. And I'm just kind of watching my edges. Yep, it did need something. If I was going to do it, I was going to add something to the left there. I definitely needed to add to the right. Okay. And especially because this color was so bold, it really needed that. And now I have just a little bit of a spot. I'm going to make this go high, but I want to make sure that it's not matching the top edge of the green. So I'm going to put my head in here a second, you guys. Sorry. Sometimes you can't avoid that. And then I'm just going to pop that up here just a little bit. Okay. One of the things that I do notice about Vicky's collections, and actually a lot of collections lately, is there's a lot of writing on things and not enough stuff without writing. And we all need things that aren't written on. Okay, so if I do that like that, I'm eliminating a lot of the pink, that bright, bright pink. Play with this a little bit because I could put some tape behind that and mount it like that. Okay. Yeah. Actually, what I could do too is this almost feels like it's a little bit too straight. I'm going to tilt it a little bit and see if I like it better that way too. I honestly don't know. I've ripped the sticker a little bit too because it's been moved 87 times already. I actually think I like it looking like it's another layer up there. Okay, that needs to go down. Make up your mind, Kelly. You're wrecking this sticker. That's one of those back to the Heidi Swap class I took years ago that you stick it. You just glue and go, she called it. And some days I glue and go, and some days I screw around for a long time. Okay, so there's that. And now I only have another book, so I really think I would like that to come down here. But I'm going to have to play with this a little bit so that it doesn't look like I did it as an afterthought. Okay, and I think that's good. And then that way you have the books on a diagonal since I don't have a third one for there. I probably have, I don't know, a heart or something. I probably have a heart wood veneer I could use there. Maybe I'll go grab my wood veneer here in just a second. Because that would work. Maybe just to get a little more wood in here. That's kind of light, and it doesn't have the dark on it anywhere. I was thinking I like something bigger though. So it might end up being that even. There we go. Just a little bit of something up there. These are old Studio Calico pieces, in case anybody wants to know. I've been scrapbooking a while, if you remember Studio Calico, when they actually did scrapbooking kits, and they were all the rage at the time. Okay. There. Okay, so I actually think that I have the embellishment down pretty well. Might want to add a few like enamel dots, or I did say I had these other chipboard hearts, but I think if I put more of these, they're calling attention away from the layout versus adding to it. So I think I won't be doing that. And yay, I finished a package of some embellishments, you guys. That's always a clap your or pat yourself on the back kind of thing to do. Okay, then now I'm thinking about title, and I think I need to do, I'm going to just glue this edge down a little bit. I think I need to do it up here and probably in gold since I have so many little gold accents here. I think that'll be good. So let me grab a couple gold alphas. Let's see, and I want foil, I think, as opposed to doing a glitter, because that's gold foil on there. Not that you can't combine the two, you can. So I'm gonna grab a couple. Okay. And I think Once Upon a Time in this font, even if I can do it, I can. Might be a little big. Might be a little big if I can only talk. So let's. That's a time is going to be that. So I can't get upon down in there. So the gold letters, if I was going to do it, would probably need to be about 3/4 the size of that font. I have something smaller. I'm not sure I'm going to love this as much. And then I have this one as well, but again, that's pretty big. So that first one, in case anybody's interested, is the Picnic Alpha, and then this is Dear Lizzie Desktop. So the first one's the Picnic Alpha. So this then, hey Barbara, rainy St. Louis, how about snowy Wisconsin? We've had rain all day. So I think I'm going to do Once Upon, I'm thinking like I want to do 3 dots at the end, like a time. So let's see how this works. So we are going to get snow here. Yay, Harmony. You're just tuning in order, just in time to hear me say we're getting snow tonight. So it's our first big snowstorm. We've had a ding, which in my neck of the woods means an inch. In some people's necks of the woods down south, an inch means catastrophic. You have to stay home and there's power outages. Here, we treat that like rain in all seriousness. So I did think about 2 different fonts, but I generally, and this is a personal thing, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I generally don't like to do a smaller font under a larger font if I'm doing both of them over the top. Like if I did Once Upon and then a time down here, that would be okay for me because the smaller font would be underneath. But the reason I don't care for that is because it looks like it's falling off of it, if that makes any sense, like that the bottom isn't holding it up. And this may not work for my eye as it is. So we're going to see. Because I may need to do Upon a Time down here. And that just, again, that's really a personal thing for me. I see Shamel do it all the time where she puts smaller stuff underneath, but I think she also, like when she does that, she would probably be putting the smaller part right over the top here in the smaller letters. And that's not going to look right just the way I have it done here. So anyway, that's the reason I wouldn't do it on this particular layout. I have done it before where I've done part of the title here and then down there. Okay, so Once Upon, I actually think I'm going to like the way this works. It might come over this way a little bit. Now, the one thing I'm doing here is, do you see that space there that I'm not loving so much? Which means I'm definitely going to get some enamel dots out because I can scatter some enamel dots into that area and it won't look quite the same. It won't bother me. So it feels like it's not necessarily trap space, but because it's between 2 things and there's nothing going on, it looks like it needs some embellishment. Okay. All right, so because we're getting snow, we're gonna probably get about 6 inches of snow tonight, which if I was going to work, I'd still go to work. It's obviously tonight and tomorrow's a week. I'm actually off, you guys, because I was supposed to be at a retreat this weekend. And because I'm going to visit my mom and I want to do 2 days of quarantining other than my work, or 2 days, 2 weeks of quarantining, I'm not going to go, which makes me sad. And actually, we were originally supposed to have 11 people go, and it's down to 7 because of COVID. And technically, in the county we would be in, you can't have more than 10 people from different who don't live in the same household in the one building, or not building. Yeah, well, I guess building. Okay, so I'm liking how that looks. Like I said, something needs to happen up here. I could possibly move that up, but I think it's not going to look right. I definitely think it needs to be, like, if I had an asterisk in this, I'd be popping it in there. But we'll find some sort of, so I do have these gold hearts like this. They might be a little too big and too yellow. Yes. The answer to that is both. Too big and too yellow. These are old freckled fawn that I've had for a while. I didn't buy them originally, but I don't ever use them. I think they're really yellow compared to what a lot of the gold does. I know. I think Schmel does the same thing too. That Schmel does magic with her pages. Ooh, I do have these sequins though. So Harmony, this is part of the paper. So this is Vicki Boutin's Storyteller. It's the first draft paper. And I had it in my Best of Both Worlds kit and didn't use it. And I love that paper so much. And I knew I had more than, my great nephew loves to read. So I knew I had more than a couple of pages that I could do with him reading. So yeah, that paper isn't necessary, isn't it? Okay, so let's play around a little bit with, some of these are huge and I have that one little one, which I think is too little. I think I need something bigger over here maybe. And then I could do a bigger one maybe down here or here. Actually kind of like, if I do 3. And that, do you see what I mean? When now that there's that little piece there, it seems to kind of fill that area up. And then your eye doesn't just go, wait, what's going on there that there's nothing there? So these sequins already from, these are Studio G sequins. They already have the sticky to them, which is nice. Because gosh knows, who has time for putting glue dots on the back of things, right? Okay, I think this might be too big. And I also think it might be stuck, and I might be stuck with it. So let's see. Yeah, I like the smaller one. Well, and maybe I could put the bigger one up here. Let's look at that. I'm being really fussy about something that is really not that big of a deal. Okay, so I just need one more here. And I think we'll do that one. Crossing the 2, and I like the, oops, see, here's another, the glue dots are wanting to stick to the back of the plastic there. Yeah, I tend to use glue dots on mine because otherwise I find if I don't, they fall off and do nasty things. So, okay. So I think that's pretty good. I'm liking the way this is looking. I'm going to move this one up just a little bit more so it's tucked more underneath the heart than it is the circle. It's touching both. Okay. All right, you guys, because I don't think I need to do enamel dots on this now because I really like the way the sequins look. And even though they're little, I mean, this is a really juvenile page, really. But I think even as sophisticated as Vicki Boutin's collections can be, I think it turned out really, really well. So I'm really pleased with it. Yeah, I love glue dots. My favorite glue dots, you guys, you know, because they come in all different sizes. Let me grab them because I have to show you guys these. So these are actually glue dots because there's glue dots and there's dots. But, and I don't know, oh, this is my ink pad. So they're called micro dots and they're tiny. So that when you have a really little piece like that, you can get a glue dot under it. I don't know that you're going to be able to see. Let me see if I can get my first one on the roll. I'm going to put this up to the camera. I don't know that you'll see this, but look at how tiny that is. Let me see if you, yeah, I guess you can probably see that. It's tiny. I'm going to actually take one and put it on the back of the sequin where it fell off. So I really like these for lots of little things. Sequins, these sequins are pretty big, but a lot of times sequins are smaller. So thanks. I love the page too. It turned out really, really well. All right, you guys. So that's it for tonight, just because I need to get some stuff cleaned up. I do still, I need to get my December daily page for tomorrow getting uploaded, and let's just hope it works. So, because, oh my gosh, it took me 3 hours to upload the page that you guys saw today, if you saw one. So that was just crazy. Anyway, probably need to get that done. But I think his mama and her mama, well, their mama, because they have the same mama, is going to really love it. And then I'll just document the date on it. I don't know that I even need to do a story because there's really not a story behind it. It was just really cute. And so if I just put the date down here, I think I've got it. So, all right, you guys. I should be back next Friday night as much as I know. The following Friday is Christmas, though. Deborah, thanks. I started a little early tonight because I'm doing Victoria Marie's crop this weekend. So if anybody's on it or if you're interested, it's only $7.99 for the whole weekend, and there are five Zoom sessions. Yeah, one tonight, 2 tomorrow, and 2 Sunday. So that's a fun place. And you can come and hang out and be silly, and it gets a little wild sometimes depending on who's on. So, but fun. And she's got all sorts of challenges, and I think they're not due till like January 2nd or something like that. I might not put a big emphasis on doing challenges. I usually do a ton of them, but I don't know. I'm feeling it's weird. This actually felt really weird for me to do this tonight because I've been doing so many Christmas pages because of December Daily, but also any other layouts I've done have used these photographs from this Christmas card shoot with my stepkids. So anyway, it feels weird to do a regular layout again. And I did a fall one this afternoon that I videoed that you'll see probably in, I think, February. But anyway, so all right, you guys, it was great to hang out with you. I will see you next Friday unless I decide to do a surprise live over the weekend. We'll see. I'll see how things are going and what all that kind of stuff. So all right, you guys, take care. It was great to hang out with you. Bye, everybody.